Clicking on a bad email can get the whole state's email domain blacklisted.
Joe, have I been seeing some stories about blacklisting some state websites?
Yeah, so actually the state of Oregon, they had an issue where, their external emails were being blocked because they had an employee go, follow a malicious phish email and sent 8 million emails out. Those 8 million emails were detected by external public email sources, in this case, live.com, MSN, Hotmail, Outlook, and they downgraded the reputation of Oregon.gov, the state of Oregon's domain, and blacklisted that domain. Basically this one, mistaken click took down the whole domain's reputation for these public services. And it was days. I think the event, it came out kind of high. The governor had to post a message on her website and then sent an email out, and she sent an email saying, we're working on fixing this through the proper channels. This might be a good time to educate your folks on phishing and security practices. And from Friday, the event happened on Friday, they found it on Monday, they notified people on Tuesday, and they didn't get their reputation fixed until Thursday of that same week.
Wow, so almost a full week.
Which I thought was really interesting just because, it's kind of one of these unintended consequences of these services doing reputation scores. And, we're always looking at building tools and automation, and, we want to get to automated responses. And this is one of those automated responses that definitely had a consequence that was not what was intended. It took down this state's domain. So
right. RBL's reputation blacklisting, that's been going on for a long time with email, and they're actually pretty good at doing it. This type of thing does happen on occasion where, through automated analysis, it doesn't always make the right decision. Although in reality, it was not making a mistake here. There was a lot of bad email coming from, them because they had an infection present inside their company.
That was my question. Was the email legitimately coming from an Oregon web server or email server, or was it being spoofed? It sounds like it was a legitimate site.
I mean, it was a legitimate individual who clicked on a phish, right? So how legitimate that is, so they didn't have anything in place, obviously, to block it. So the phish, successful phish sent out 8 million spams.
But was it like they got malware on their machine? Okay,
yes.
And then they became some sort of spam bot.
Exactly.
And then they were spamming all this email as though
and that's
from their address,
Microsoft blacklisted their domain.
Right. So. Well, this isn't the first time I heard of this either. I've heard of other people getting caught up in this kind of snafu before. And I actually think it's kind of a good thing because it reinforces people that they need to have some good security around their email environment, both incoming and outgoing. A lot of people only pay attention to what's coming in to try to prevent malicious emails from coming in. But you do need to pay attention to what goes out to make sure that you're not also being part of the problem or an infected device within your company is.
Right, I mean, it probably does a couple things. It opens the door for a security awareness campaign. Okay, we can't ignore this. Everybody's got to learn about phishing. Everybody's got to learn about what not to click on. Also, now it's time to look at your whole security posture. Why wasn't this blocked? Why wasn't it filtered before it came? So, look at all your devices, all your everything you have or don't have protecting your security environment. So, do your security awareness before there's an incident. So in this case, there was an incident, and part of the response was, now would be a good time to do some education on what phishing is, how to handle your email, good email practices. Well, that should be done ahead of time. That should be done when there's no critical domain blacklisting issue.